Hello and welcome to my channel. If you'd like to come to my live Sunday night meetings or have a private session with me, you can subscribe via my website. Okay, so I'm going to start with two things. A comment from John, which will be fun. I was sitting on the park bench today. I was actually lying on the park bench, the cemetery park, surrounded by the dead. And I was contemplating something I heard and something I've thought of as well. And, you know, this whole new age thing, everyone's going on about remember who you are, remember. I was thinking about that word. I like to look at words. I know words are really essentially meaningless, but we have to communicate in words. Otherwise, we'll just sit there and not say anything, right? So I was looking at the word remember. I'm thinking, what does it mean to remember? It means to bring all the members back in, doesn't it? To remember. To remember. So when you remember something from the past, you're bringing it in as a member. You're constructing a false body, I guess. Remembering. Because like all your arms and legs, they're all members, aren't they, of the body? So to dismember means to take away those members. And when I realized that Lisa was basically a bunch of members, there was really more of a dismembering rather than a remembering. It was the end of remembering. And at the same time, I wouldn't say that I remembered that there's just this. It was more like a recognition of like, there was only ever what is, there only ever is what is. And I was just adding to it through all these different members of my life, all these different ideologies and constructs which made up the life of Lisa. Yes, so Lisa, life of Lisa, she was this, she was that, this and the other, was basically a membership. Constantly remembering what Lisa is. Oh my God, I've got to remember that that I'm resentful of my past. I've got to remember that I'm scared of my future. So this whole idea of remembering is, for me, it's just not a thing. I think it's like dismembering. And what do you have left? Well, you have the whole of life happening. You have the whole of life. You don't have to remember this. You don't have to collect membership of this in order to recognize it. You don't have to even recognize it. You can't recognize it in a way. You just already inherently know. Well, I can only speak for me, but I can only know, I don't even know, it just is. It's just inherent. It's innate, inherent. It is. I don't have to remember it. Remembering is just getting an idea, a construct, and adding it to the rest of the membership of what constitutes the life of Lisa. And I think that's where the suffering was like constantly remembering, oh, the past, oh, the future, oh, this, oh, that. It was never set in this. It was just a bunch of figments that made up the life, which was never true. Constantly worrying about what this group of people is going to think if I do this, and what happens if I do that, and all these things, which were members of the court of Lisa. So there was a dismembering, not like it doesn't feel like. I sometimes feel like non-duality can be almost aloof. I'm not talking about being aloof and not caring about life and not caring about people and not caring about your own life, not that. course we care about our own lives because that's all we've got, right? I find it non-duality can be a bit cold in that way. It can just be another idea that I'm distant somehow, like distant. There's nothing distant about this. It's the closest thing. It's the only thing. It's closer than close. It is in entirety whole.